if I sound like crap, because this is one of those things, you know, I'm working on getting all my equipment set up, but if we're good, we good. So I let the music play. I hope you enjoyed the music. So this is something I've been wanting to do for a while. I've got information. I've got things we need to talk about. As I alluded to on Twitter, this is going to be what I received. I can't show the footage because I don't want to give... I promised I wouldn't show footage. That's how I got it. So that's where that is. I got in trouble when I did that with the EA Sports UFC footage I got. If you remember, I got early footage for EA Sports UFC 5 and I shared it, and one that got pulled down, the video got pulled down offline for copyright or DMCA'd, and then my source ultimately, he kind of got mad at me. Understandable. So, wondering why I have music playing, because I never paused my music, so I hear music. So, I'm not going to show any footage, and I'm going to... and this is mostly about gameplay. I'm digging into getting as much as I can about game modes. I have a couple small things that I'm not sure if they're online or not on the official game's official website. But getting the game mode information is trickier because there's a potential that it would out who my source is. And I don't want to get them in trouble, obviously. That's kind of how it is. Stream is choppy. How so? Choppy how? Because I'm showing no drop frames or anything like that. So, the questions, I will get to your questions as much as I can. So thank you for everyone watching, everyone blowing up. Let's just talk about it. You know what? I'm not going to delay anymore. Let's just talk about it. I got my notes. So let's pull up the notes here. And let's talk about it. So one of the things that college football is known for, big time, I don't know, I'm out of focus, is options. The option gameplay, right? You know. Grown-ass man, hold on, balding, I'm bald. Yeah, you got a problem with that? I mean, it just is what it is. I am bald, and I'll forever be bald, and it sucks, but it happens. So, option offenses are going to play a big role in the gameplay in college football. I know that kind of goes without saying, but they've put a lot of effort into capturing proper animations, into making the playbooks as realistic as possible. Now, I don't know if every playbook is going to be accurate to the school. That is, I mean, that's a lot to get done. Just like when it comes to body types and stuff like that, 11,000 players are not going to get every body type in there for every player. However, the option offense is going to be a big part of the game, just like it was back in the day, but even more so because option offenses are just key. When you're playing against a school like Georgia Tech, or you're playing against a school like Army, a school like Navy, you're going to know that they are, what's the word I'm looking for? Efficient. I'm just going to go with efficient. Not the word I want to use, but I'm using it. You're going to know that they're efficient in the option style offense. What I was shown is the speed of an option style offense. This is where something I was shown. If your offense is built around an option system, you're going to sense that speed. You're going to sense it through the way the offensive line blocks. You're going to sense it through the way the receivers block. You're going to sense it the way the quarterbacks and running backs move. An option offense, I feel, this is without me getting my hands on it, I feel that the option offense might be the OP offense in this game. For those asking about video on demand, it'll be here, and I'll be throwing it over on YouTube/Mike Straw Media. I'm at Mike Straw Media on every social media platform, everything. So if you search that, you'll find me. Options But yeah, option offense is going to be a major deal this year. Next note I have. Where is it? Here we go. Player abilities. Now, I'm not talking about like X Factors. I don't know about that. I got that a lot. I have no idea if X Factors are going to be a part of the game. I personally hope to hell they're not, but I don't know. This is like player abilities, like in general. You're going to notice when you go up against, when you have like a 2-star player at a MAC school, right? Or a Conference USA school, and you're playing those games against a Power 5, against an SEC juggernaut, against a Big Ten, you're going to know the way the players interact and how they move. A 5-star player is going to act and react different on the field compared to a 2-star player. You're gonna. I don't. This is something I wasn't shown because I don't think they can really show unless you're playing it. This is one of the things that I was just told, that there'll be a way to tell on the field that a 2-star is going up against a 5-star. Whether that's intimidation, I don't know. But there's going to be a physical difference in how they play on the field. The next thing I was told, the wear and tear system at this stage, they're still doing fine tuning on it before it launches, and that's going to be something I expect. Let's get the focus back. That's going to be something I expect gets updated throughout the year, is that wear and tear system. You'll see a player, you can hypothetically see a player that's busted off at the beginning of the game, trying to pull an upset, a 75-yard touchdown run, right? But you'll find quickly, especially say that 2-star gets lucky and busts off that run early in the game. If they aren't given the proper rest and taken care of as the game goes on, especially, and this is more so the people who play longer games, more sim-like games, not like, I don't expect it to show that much in like the really short, condensed quarter games. But this is more for the people who like the full-on longer games. You'll be able to tell that the player is struggling from they just not having that stam, not having that energy overall, just not being conditioned, a well enough conditioned player to where you think, oh, they busted off that 75-yard run, let's keep feeding them. If they're not used to that, that's not their type of game, that's not their style, or that's not the type of player, it's going to be noticeable. I'm hoping that I get some more gameplay to show that. So audio only works. Is there an issue? If not, obviously, like I said, if there's any issues, I am recording this. This will be up on YouTube. There. If it's not working right, just refresh. Some people are having fines. Like, I'm showing no issues on the numbers, no frame drops. No, I am using 0.0% of the CPU. Everything seems to be in the green. So, but everything will be available on demand. I'll have an article up probably at Insider Gaming later on. This is just something. It's not like once I say it here, it's gone forever. So those were the 3 biggest things gameplay wise I was told. There was a lot of question as to the Online Dynasty. Online Dynasty is not going to be crossplay. I asked why Online Dynasty isn't going to be crossplay. Basically, for lack of a better phrase, they had other things to focus on. It's in the plans. They want Online Dynasty to be crossplay. The only thing is they do want to get the gameplay right. I know it's EA Sports and everybody's jaded by EA. I am to an extent, and I fully get it. But they wanted to focus on the actual Dynasty mode itself, making sure that's right, and that's working properly. Making sure general crossplay gameplay is good, and making sure the game itself performs well. So crossplay for Online Dynasty. Right now, it's going to be, or crossplay. It's Play a Friend, Ultimate Team, and then the Road to the College Football Playoff. So it's not going to be the full-on Dynasty, but the Road to the College Football Playoff, the it's going to be treated. Think of it as MLB The Show and their version of online franchise they have right now, their online leagues. That's kind of how they're testing the waters right now. The ultimate goal is to make Online Dynasty crossplay. It's just not something that's going to happen this year. Mascot mode, I wasn't told anything about it. I'd assume it's not there. I would assume it's not there unless they're keeping that as a surprise, because obviously no matter how much we loved it, it was a very, very small played mode, more of like a funny, haha, look what we have type of mode that I don't think when you're building a game from the ground up like this, that was worth investing in. Let's see. I got more questions. I'm answering as many questions as I can. Like I said, most of what I know is gameplay related. I have a couple things on modes, but I'm trying to parse through the notes of what's actually like okay to talk about. I have a list of things, right? Like I said, I had to wait for a green light, and I got a green light on a few things. Some things I can't really talk about yet. I do know more deep dives are planned sooner rather than later. One person floated the idea of this week. I don't know. I'm trying to get a second person to tell me that it's going to be this week, because though I'd like to say it's this week, I can't confirm that it is. Does it look like Madden game? That's the thing. That's one thing I was told to make apparent. Yes, it's built on the same engine. Madden and college football are built on the same engine. But I was told by every single person I talked to, the developers have done what they can and have done a lot to make college football feel different than Madden. The players, like the speed of the game in general is going to be a lot faster. I can tell you that. That's just how the college game is in general. But if you remember how the old NCAA football games just always felt a bit faster than the Madden games, it's going to be that once again. That's the ultimate goal. There are a lot of new college football specific animations coming in this year. There will be animations that you're going to be mad, I bet, that aren't in Madden. But there's a reason Madden does what Madden does, and a lot of the things they have to do too is to make Big Daddy NFL happy. So there's some things in college football that you're going to see, especially with equipment, that isn't going to make it over to Madden likely. We might get surprised, but it might also only make it over to Madden in like Knockout or Superstar or Super Showdown or whatever they want to call it now. But college football will have quite a bit to differentiate between Madden. Like, you're going to get those senses. There's a lot of similar tackle animations. There's field goal posts in both games, guys. I don't know what to tell you. There are field goal posts in both games. You guys might want to be, prepare for that. It sucks, field goal posts. Score bugs. I believe it's a deal. Everything that I've learned, it's a deal just with the broadcasters. I don't think there's a full ESPN license, solely because ESPN would have a bigger say in the broadcast presentation of the game. Plus, EA likes doing their own upgrades. We see it with Madden. And we see it like EA Sports FC has the Premier League broadcasting. But I believe it's just the broadcasters. It's not a full ESPN license. Madden score bug is bad. Yeah, I don't like it either. I am trying to comb through all of these questions you guys have, but I'll go back to the gameplay difference between Madden and college football that I know. College football, like like I said, the speed. There's going to be different catching animations. Plenty. I was literally the word that was told. Hold on, let me pull up the notes. Literally plenty was the word of different animations for catching the ball than there are in Madden. That, if you put two and together, is probably because in college you only need 1 foot in to complete a catch. So there's going to be a lot of those. As far as, like I said, the mode specific details, I am trying my damnedest to get as much as I can. Road to Glory, the first question I reached out and asked about was, are you starting as a freshman or are you starting in high school for recruiting? That one I'm still waiting for an answer on. Dynasty mode, are you going to be able to play as a coordinator and then work your way up? I'm waiting on that. And I'm hoping I can have those answers by later this week. Coaching carousel, don't know. So I can't really say about like what recruiting looks like or anything like that. Can I romance other players in Road to Glory? I hope so. The one thing I hope they don't bring back is the ability to create your girlfriend. Oh no, that was Madden. Madden had the ability. No, was it Madden or college football that had the ability to create your own girlfriend? Will the CPU be competitive in the game? That is something that I really hope to see. They are really putting a lot into this Campus IQ gameplay to where you're going to be able to tell the power schools are going to be a lot harder to play against than the older or than the smaller schools. So like, what's a crap notoriously bad small school? The University at Buffalo is going to be notorious, like super easy to play against, even on the highest difficulty. I don't want to say super easy. They'll put up a little bit of a fight, but if you're playing as Michigan going against the University at Buffalo, don't expect major problems. Will we be able to create alternate uniforms for Drew? I can say solely because of so many friends that went to that school and me living in the city. I have to throw shade at them. Playing single lave sleeves, I do not know. There is going to be a lot of new equipment that I'm hoping makes it over to Madden, but there is a lot of new equipment, and that's because though with the equipment stuff of the easier restraints or regulations to put it in a college game than it is the NFL. Because if the NFL doesn't allow it, the NFL doesn't want it, it's not gonna happen. Like that's just how it is. The NFL has final say in a lot of what goes into their game and what doesn't. Is there an online mode to play with friends like the Yard? I don't think there's any. There's not gonna be anything like the Yard, but you can just play regular games with friends. How important did they treat Dynasty mode? You're gonna find so there's Ultimate Team, but it's gonna be they don't have to remake the Ultimate Team. They don't have to remake the Ultimate Team frame. Dynasty got a lot of work. It's not gonna be. So I don't know if anybody remembers NHL 15 for PS4 and Xbox One when that came out, as bare bones as it was. This is not a case of this being a bare bones game. College football isn't being treated as a foundation game. It is being treated by EA Sports as this is a full release. These are the main features. Let's build upon it moving forward. But it's not like these are going to be watered down modes. There are going to be some things I bet that would have been nice to have that aren't going to be in it this year. But it is both Dynasty and Road to Glory are fully fleshed out modes that will have a lot of they're banking on having a lot of replay value. They are banking on the off the field stuff in Road to Glory to be a big reason to keep coming back and watch people play through their career, because the old Road to Glory ultimately it would fall off after a year or two. They're banking on on players wanting to come back. Dynasty mode, they put a lot of effort. I can tell you that. I've been told that since day one. They put a lot of effort into how the offseason works. I don't know exactly what that is, but I kept telling every time I would ask for the past year and a half about Dynasty mode and offseason, Dynasty mode, recruiting. It was a lot of effort has gone in, or they know what players want, or they're not going to let them down, or it's deep, or it's all the same thing I'm getting told. And these are from the same people who have led me right with UFC in the past, with Madden in the past. Like when I had the story a couple years ago about the new passing system coming to Madden, all that. Is there online co-op? I don't believe there is. I could be wrong, but I don't believe there is. Will this be a year-to-year release? That's the plan. There's so many. I'm trying to catch up. Can I get DUI? No. Spring game? I don't believe there's an actual spring game you can play. Custom conference. Oh, here's a question that I got. I got before I went online. Someone asked about the idea of having the playoff versus the BCS. There's no BCS anymore. So there's no BCS like calculations. I don't know if they got any songs like Enter Sandman or Sandstorm. For the atmosphere side of things, if they can get those, that would put things massively over the top. There's hope, but I don't know. I can ask. Anything that I see that I don't have answers to, I will ask. Whether I get answers for them or not, I don't know, but I can only go based on what the person is willing to tell me. Let's see. By the way, is there 7-on-7? No. Will 5-star recruits have more favorable measures? So the one thing I was told is that you will notice a difference between 5-star and 2-star. They just kept using 5-star and 2-star players and everything. So I don't know if 4-star and 3-star will have that big of a difference, or 4 and 5. They just kept saying 5 and 2. Export Road to Glory player in Madden 25. I don't believe there was. Let's see. What else do we have? And there are transfer portals and there are NIL in the game. You'll have to manage you will have to manage to get your name out of there, like your overall image as a player and stuff like that, and your likeness and popular. It's all about becoming this huge star in Road to Glory. It's not just about on the field. It's going to be. So yes, there is I don't know if they'll call it NIL, but there is that. Online Dynasty crossplay, no. The only crossplay, like Road to the College Football Playoff, is going to be the big crossplay mode aside from Ultimate Team. Superstar and X Factors, or X Factors and abilities, I don't have an answer to it. I want to say there will be, but because they seem to be like doubling down on it, but College Game Day, not in the sense. They'll have the presentation of like a pregame, but it's not going to be that type of like atmosphere or anything like that. Or it's not going to be that type of show and things like that. Dynasty microtransactions? No, there'll be microtransactions. It's got Ultimate Team. Sure. When will more information come from EA? One person told me it was going to be this week, but I haven't been able to confirm that it's going to be this week. ESPN Scorebug? No. Field storming? I don't know. I feel like that would be that would add greatness to the immersion, but I feel like that would be too much. Draft class exports? I'm trying to find out. That I had a bunch of questions. Development traits, there will be some sort of traits that when you're recruiting that you'll find out what players, but I don't know specifically what they are. Custom playbooks, there will be. I don't know exactly how recruiting works. It will be, the one thing I know is that I was told it's deeper than the original games. Whatever deeper means, it could be deeper in going to the left rather than deeper going, I don't know. It could go to the left and then down. And team builder info, that's going to be coming up soon. It's going to be basic. I do know that. It's going to be very basic. But it's still going to be enough to where people will be happy. Coin toss, I don't know. Road to glory to Madden. That's one of the questions I have out there, and I'm hoping to get an answer for. I should have set up a chat bot prior to this to anytime there's a question, it pulled them away. Because, man, it's hard to... Injury animations, I like the standard ones that you'll see. I can ask to see if they can send me a clip of the injuries. But like I said, the clip that I got really showcased option offenses, and that's going to be fantastic. Are there celebrations after big plays? Yes. I know we need more information on modes. I'm working on it. Like I said, trying to get information on modes is really difficult because I don't want my source to be given away, if that makes sense. I don't want them to get... It would hurt them. It would hurt me. It would hurt everyone. Footage, I promised I would not show the footage because of what happened. Almost got caught with the UFC 5 footage that I was given, so. Weather is going to be, because it's a next-gen only game, weather is going to be better, but it's not, you're not going to have, like, the way snow, we really would want snow, because that could take away from the gameplay experience itself. So, it's going to be better, but it's not going to be what you think, or what you'd hope. Will you be able to hold a funeral after you die? I mean, in real life, sure, but I don't think you're holding it. Service Academy still be OP? They might be. By year 3. That was one thing I remember. Like, it was by the end, by a few years in, you had like Army. I think it was Air Force or Army that I had. I was Arizona State. And I in a dynasty, and yeah, Army or Air Force was a top 5 school. FCF schools when you make them in Team Builder. I don't, like I said, there are the game mode questions I can't really answer right now, other than like some like high level things, that might be stating the obvious because I just don't have the information yet. Everything I was sent was gameplay related. Any newer passing or running system, or they are using Madden's engine, but they did add a lot for option plays and formations that you'd primarily see in college football. Have I seen the score bug? No. Roster editor, you should be able to change the rosters around for your created schools and for things like that. I can find out if you're able to edit the players that are in the game. But there is some sort of roster editor. How's the transfer portal? I don't know how it's going to work. I just know there's going to be the option of you losing some really good players if you don't give them the playtime they want. Mass substitution. I don't know if there's a mass substitution, but because of the wear and tear engine that they're working on, or that they're having in the game, there's going to be a lot more detailed substitutions you can make. The gameplay that I've seen was a couple option plays to showcase how the players react. Equipment, there's going to be a lot of different equipment compared to Madden. I don't know if NCAA is getting the same physics engine because NFL uses, like, as far as like gameplay animation and stuff like that, NFL is using the data that's in the shoulder pads and stuff of players, or Madden is. College football isn't. How insane is the crowd? So I didn't get sound with the clip, but you could see the reactions. There are different reactions in the crowd. School chants, there are a lot of school-specific presentations. Is the commentary good? I don't know. I didn't get sound in the video. When are we getting gameplay? By June. I wouldn't be surprised to see by first week of June we see like the a look at actual gameplay. Crowd's dynamic? I don't know. I can ask. June's only a week away, which is nuts to think about. It's 10 days away. I don't believe you'll be able to change the playoff size. You won't be able to expand it. Do we have the ESPN? No. I don't. ESPN, I don't believe, agreed to a deal, like when the deal expired with EA Sports. It's just the likenesses of the broadcasters. The crowds will have more of a feeling than the Madden ones, solely because, again, the NFL has a say in how the crowds work. That's why you don't have dynamic crowds in Madden, because the NFL doesn't want empty stadiums anymore, even when a team's terrible. I don't know if there's a celebration wheel, but there are going to be school-specific celebrations. There'll be the little ticker. I don't know if there'll be in-game updates. The gameplay looked smooth. The gameplay looked fantastic. Like, visually, you can tell there's a reason why they made this a next-gen only game. It's the first true next-gen football game. I gotta stop saying next-gen. It's the first true current-gen football game from EA. Because I know Madden current gen has a lot of different features compared to Madden last gen, but you can tell this was just from the ground up current gen. There was no even consideration putting this on PS4 and Xbox One. The biggest thing was not putting it on PC, and it's a case of not putting it on PC yet. The plan is to put it on PC. The ultimate goal is to get it on PC, but I don't know if it'll be this year. It's not going to be this year, but I don't know if it'll be next year or the year after, but that's the ultimate plan. Do the player builds look unrealistic? I mean, Some look really good. Some I question on. The lineman. The lineman is where I question the player abilities. That's my biggest thing. It's the lineman. Let's see. What else we got here? Blah 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 blah. Like, it will have the field sense gameplay system. Oh, that's Madden. It will the IQ, campus IQ. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that is worth talking about. There are a lot of players that don't. There are players that won't have their likeness in. I don't know specifically who, but they didn't get every player. But all the major players, all the biggest stars are in the game. So I can tell you that. Madden, I'm working on. That's going to be a whole separate thing. Does support up to it supports up to 6 players online, suggesting you'll be able to play online with friends. Passing, I didn't see any passing plays. Everything I was shown was focused more on the option. The pitch looked it looked good. Let's put the play I was shown, and I was shown the play, and then I was shown replays of the play. It looked great. It looked great. Will the game update players often? I don't know. They are trying to have... The blocking looked okay. It looked... Okay might not be the best word to use. Hold on. So, like, it looks good. It's just there's a couple things where I'm wondering if it's just a tuning issue. Same like with feet sliding and stuff like that you'd see. I don't know about any editing of real players. I know any created players or not or fictional players that are generated can be edited. But I don't know if they'll have a block for real players or not. Which might be a reason why the game's not on PC yet. I don't know about a halftime show. You can the team I was specifically shown Army. Is Kirk Herbstreit's dog in the game? Better be. But I feel like that's something they'd put on the website, right? They would put that on the website. The tackling animation that I saw, the tackling was a normal tackle. It's something, it looked similar to a Madden tackle, I'll tell you that, but it looked like one of the better animated Madden tackles. It's not an old animation whatsoever. PS5 and Xbox are going to play the same exact way. Can you play Dynasty without servers? I don't know. I don't know. I can ask. Pre-game animations, there will, yes, plenty. Cross-gen online Dynasty, no. Passing animations, there are a lot of new animations, like hundreds of new animations overall in this game. Are there abilities? So the clip I was shown didn't. I can't say there's not abilities, but the clip I was shown didn't have any in the players that were shown. But it might just been a case they just weren't on. They don't have any on that team because it was Army. What's my so everything I've said that's all I have right now. So to recap, if you're just tuning in, the gameplay. Option offenses are playing a big role. They put a lot of effort into options to make sure that they reflect what you see online or in real life. You will be able to tell the difference between a 5-star and a 2-star on the field. Like the difference in how the player reacts to things, the difference in how their strength is, everything. You'll be able to tell. The wear and tear system plays a major role in the gameplay, especially mostly for those who do longer quarters and fuller games and more sim-like games, where if a player on a small school, like a low-value recruit, busts off a big run, and you think you can just feed him because, holy cow, it's going to be his day, he's going to break down a lot quicker than if he got a regular workload. And they say it's a back-of-the-box thing about substitutions and management. That is going to play a big role, again, especially if you are a longer quarter sim player. Do I know if what actually works correctly unlike Madden? Are there injuries online? Do you mean online versus or Dynasty? Online, yes, there will be injuries for Dynasty. I don't know about regular games. Can 5 stars be a bust? I don't know, but I'll ask. Yeah, there's a broadcast feel to the big games. I don't know about the smaller games that like Reese Davis is going to be broadcasting, but there's definitely a big feel to it. I don't know if there's a simcast. I will any question that I have from here, I'm going to send immediately after hopping off this stream and send them away. Send them out and we'll see if they come back or when they come back. Can two-star recruits become great players? Yeah. They'll be able to turn into stars. Like just because they're a low-star recruit doesn't mean they're going to be, you might get that hidden gem. Any new formations? There will be. Do I have specifics? No, but I know for a fact there's quite a few. There's a lot of new plays. There's a lot of new animations. There's a lot. Like for the gameplay. Modes, I got to get answers to a bunch of things that I've asked. Trust me, I've asked. It's easier to get gameplay answers. I better be able to be a kicker in Road to Glory, but I don't know. All right. We're going to wrap this up because it's been a while. It's been about 45 minutes. Shedeur Sanders is in the game. I believe every major star is in the game and has agreed. We'll find out soon enough whether or not that's the case. But the way EA has presented it is that the biggest players are all, like, over 11,000 people have signed on to be a part of the game, or players, student athletes, and that includes major stars. I don't know if they'll update. I'd be surprised if they did. Will there be AI second generation players? No, there won't be second generation players, but there'll be a lot of AI generated. Yeah, last I knew, Archie Manning did decline, but that could have changed. Just like how Marvin Harrison Jr. right now isn't going to be in Madden 25. All right, last chance for questions here. If you are tuning in or if you miss things, I will put the video up on YouTube. You guys can watch. It'll have the full video on demand. Will be here on Twitch. It'll be on YouTube. But also, I'm going to be doing a lot more streaming here on Twitch. A lot more videos on YouTube. So thank you again, everybody who's followed, everybody who's found me. It means a lot to me. Just trying to grow, have more options for work because you never know with this industry and where things are. Will Team Builder go to live before the release? That's the plan. The plan is to release Team Builder the beginning of July. Like first week of July. Will that stay the case? I don't know, but that's the plan. Beginning of July. NIL. There is NIL. Like there's image in Road to Glory. I don't know about Dynasty mode. There is create a player, obviously. DLC, I don't know what you mean. Yes, you can play with friends. I don't know if that... Oh, play with friends. They advertise up to 6 players online. That would assume that you can have friends play. But I will get a specific answer. No, there's no ESPN magazine. Okay, on that note, I'm going to wrap this up. Again, thank you so much. If you have any more questions, just tweet me at Mike Straw Media, and I'm going to... I literally am building up a list of questions to get more clarity and get more answers to. So that's what I'm doing. Biggest question I have about the game right now is just replay value. I am confident in everything I've seen with the gameplay and everything I've been told. The gameplay you guys should be confident in. I'm trying to get more, but I am very hard to please in this industry. For those of you who have followed me for a long time from my work at Sports Gamers Online and Fansite and beyond, I'm very hard to please in this industry. And the gameplay that I've seen and that I've been told about has me beyond excited. It's okay to feel jaded. It is okay to feel jaded. It's okay to be concerned, especially with the modes. But gameplay-wise, you should be really, really excited. I will get as much news as I can as soon as I can. But in the meantime, again, thank you all so much. Follow me, Mike Straw Media. Check me out, MikeStrawMedia.com. Insider-gaming.com is where all of my major stories usually drop. I will be posting on this as much as I possibly can. If you have any more questions, feel free to tweet me, and I'll be back soon. Thank you. Take care. Be kind to one another. I'm out.